1971 Chevrolet Nova here at Unique Specialty and Classics. This car was restored approximately in the 2008 to 2010 time frame, judging by a bundle of receipts that will go along with this. I'm going to get into a lot of the details, a lot of things done to this car recently and also during the restoration. So first of all, underneath the hood, 350 V8 power. It's paired up with an automatic transmission. Nicely equipped power steering, power brakes, vintage AC system on it. It's actually a 3-owner vehicle that was sold new in Iowa, then again in Texas, and has made it back to the Midwest. Protecto plates included with it. The original window sticker is included with it. Manuals, owner's manuals, and then like I said, just kind of a folder, binder full of receipts. Let's take a look at this front end. Let you take a good look at the chrome as far as on the bumper. That is a new grille. It's also new headlights, LED headlights, headlight bezel. You see the SS badging, not representing this as an SS. Let's go with SS Tribute. Little dress up done, put it that way. Give it some SS flash. Take your time looking through the still pictures, especially the underside. Look at how clean the underside is, interior, engine bay trunk. Unique, classiccars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below this video in the description. That's going to take you right there. Of course, you can call us 507-386-1726. Slotted steel wheels, center caps, beauty rings. Great look on this car. If you look at the data tag in the still pictures, you're going to see its paint code number 67, which would be classic copper. Great look on this car also. Black vinyl interior. We're going to go around to the driver's side, take a little closer look at it. We'll start it up, let you hear it run, take a peek underneath the hood. And as usual, we'll have Jason take this thing down the road, show you how it drives out, kind of take you for a virtual ride, if you will. You can see paint up and down the passenger side. Also looks good. Be a great car for your local roll-ins, cruise-ins, local shows. So as far as seats, I should say vinyl and cloth blend. Mentioned black interior, bench seat up front, column shift. Now remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. As you can see, dual exhaust exiting the rear, chrome on the rear bumper looking good. I believe it had glass packs on it if you take a look at the underside pics. All right, some of the recent things that have been done to this car. It does have a new Dakota digital dash, and it's a pretty cool Dakota digital dash. I haven't seen a lot of these prior. Made to look like a standard stock early 70s dash, but it is Dakota digital. I'll show you that in a little bit when we start it up. Also, the dash bezel is new. New power steering pump and hoses. New alternator and regulator. V-belts were replaced. Radiators new, cap and hoses, fan shroud. We're going to see these when we open up the hood and let you take a look underneath it. Also new motor mounts and transmission mounts. The trans was serviced, new oil pan. Rear end was also serviced and sealed. New fuel tank with sending unit. And then on the rear of this car, new brake shoes and drums. So new rear brakes. And you can see up and down the driver's side, paint looks like it did on the passenger side. And once again, all those still pics, take your time looking through them. UniqueClassicCars.com. Let's take a look at this interior. Door panels looking good. Seat belts intact up front. And interior pics will all be in with the still pics also. How about that? Headliner's looking good. You can see 6x9s in that rear deck. It does have a retro sound style stereo system in it. Let me show you this dash we talked about. All right, as you can see, that looks pretty, standard for an early 70s. But with the turn of the key, we have some digital stuff going on here. We got oil, pressure, temperature gauge, fuel gauge, battery. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Tachometer over here. You can see that without the glare. I guess that didn't help a lot. There you can kind of see that tack, but it is working. That was a cold start. And there's your your oil pressure, fuel gauge, battery. And over here is your actual odometer. Looks like the dash is installed about 157 miles ago. Or the digital dash, I should say. Top of the dash looks good. See vintage AC controls, like the old stock controls, and then vents were placed underneath the dash. So this is a nice setup. Kind of almost getting into the resto mod a little bit. We are up on a higher idle just because that was a cold start, but I want to let you hear it run. Again, 350 V8 power. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pause this a second and let this warm up just a little bit. Get this hood popped. Take a peek underneath there. I know there's HEI ignition, some other things I want to show you. And stick around to the very end. Jason's going to take it for a drive. All right, there's the hood that's popped. Take a look at the engine bay. And I did let it warm up just a tad. Gave it a little blip of the throttle. Now we're on the lower idle. Look at that engine bay. It's like newer booster, master cylinder. Again, vintage AC setup. Man, this thing's done up nicely underneath here. It runs smooth, 4-barrel on there. Like a wind intake manifold. Slip around to the back now, as you hear it too, a little lower idle. Like I said, glass packs underneath there can take a peek. It sounds good. And take your time looking through those still pictures. You're going to see that pile of receipts I'm talking about. Protecto plate, window sticker, manuals. UniqueClassicCars.com. Phone number 507-386-1726. We do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation. And this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. Look at the stance of that thing. This car just looks good sitting still. Look forward to hearing from you.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
This morning we are driving a 1971 Chevrolet Nova. And maybe a burnt orange, you might call it. It's a cool color, very 1971. We have an aftermarket retro sound style radio in the dash.
She couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just been there.
And that is working as it should. I'm waiting for a couple cars to go by. Okay, now we're going. Let's see how she does on the highway. Nice smooth acceleration. I love the exhaust tone coming out the back of this car. We have a tachometer with a sweeping needle on the left. It's a different style. Very cool looking. And the digital, I guess you'd call it, lights for the fuel showing half of a tank. Each green square showing a section. The battery is at 14 volts and the oil is approximately 50 psi and the temperature is approximately 180 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a needle for our speed and digital speed over here. AC works on this car. Wipers also working. Nice ride. The Novas always feel pretty good. They're a little shorter, maybe a little smaller, more nimble. You can just kind of feel it. Brakes working very well. Power steering, power brakes, you can tell. Easy to steer. corners nicely. As I'm saying, a little smaller, a little lighter maybe. They corner nice. And this one is no different. Nice and torquey. Lovely throaty exhaust sound. Take a look at all the pictures and learn about this Chevy Nova at uniqueclassiccars.com.